Support your school's Booster Club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Back to school. Now your worries about the kids going over on their data plans are back. Mom and Dad, this is for you. Right now, make the switch to Pioneer's unlimited data plans. Don't let data overages and high cell phone bills be something you stress about this school year. We have a plan for everyone. Let Pioneer handle your worries by stopping at a local office today to learn how you can save. Visit gopioneer.com for details. Some restrictions may apply.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horst, and we are here to help.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continue.
All right, welcome into Week 3 Captains and Coaches Show. We're going to start off with our freshman quarterback, Jacob Avery. He's going to start us off here with just a few questions about the Okemah game and, of course, a Canadian game this tomorrow, actually, not later this week. I was sick Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, so we're back tonight for the third week of this. First question we have is, you had a slow first half, but, better second half. What was your message to the team at halftime to kind of get things turned around?
Man, just we're down. Might as well go out there and try to get some points on the board.
Yeah. He had over 130 yards in the air. From what I've seen, there's probably a lot more. But, over 130 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Was that a confidence booster to you?
Yes, big time.
So what was it from the first half to the second half that kind of opened your eyes? You've seen the field a lot better in that second half, it looked like. So what changed from first to second half?
We actually picked it up in the second half and when I started to see stuff and I got it out there.
Were you seeing more stuff in that second half than the first half?
Yes.
Or did you just feel more comfortable?
Yes.
Yeah. So how is that going to affect you for the next game, for Canadian game? Because first game we didn't score points. First half of the second game we didn't score points. But then that, second half you had 2 really good throws to Cameron, and they went for a touchdown. So does that make you feel better about going into this week's game at Canadian, like through the air?
Yes.
So I know you had 2 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
Just talk about those and, fixing those and getting right on your misses.
I was mad that I threw them, and Coach Boswell, he was there telling me not to don't worry about it and stuff. So I was like, all right, forget about it, next play.
So what's the message to the fan base and also to your team as you guys head into this matchup against Canadian?
Man, just show up, show some love. It's all a process out here.
What about the team?
Just keep working.
Just keep
We
working.
got this.
All right, well, that was freshman quarterback Jacob Avery. We're going to be right back with Cameron Campbell, our sophomore wide receiver. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
All right, welcome back. I'm joined here with sophomore receiver Cameron Campbell. It's week 3, but it's his first week to be a team captain. So, Cameron, how does it feel to be picked as a team captain?
Honestly, it feels pretty good to know that my team is there with me and just to be out there and be a leader and just show people how to get it done.
Mm-hmm. So what are ways you are showing leadership?
Really, it's just like putting more work. Not really more work, just showing more effort and like trying to be better.
And obviously there's not a perfect leader out there.
Right.
So what are some things that you can do to be a better leader, things that you may lack in that you can do better in?
Honestly, I feel like if I just went out there and actually put my all in, I feel like more people would go and put their all in, showing that I put my all in, and then people might start following that.
So do you feel like you're more of a vocal leader or kind of like
I don't feel like I'm a vocal leader at all. I feel like I'm more of a shower leader type.
like you show them? So
like,
is that something you feel like you could try and do a little bit better at, is kind of stepping up and saying,
yeah,
calling guys out on things they may not be doing right, whether it's on the field or not?
Honestly, I feel like I could, yeah.
So you had over 120 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns, including a 43-yard touchdown and a 70-yard touchdown, both in the second half. That was Jacob's two passing touchdowns. So how did that game play and affect your confidence? Did it change it at all, or what was that? How did that mess with you?
Honestly, I feel it was more of the coaches that put me in the position to score those, and just overall just giving it my all in the end. But yeah, it gave me a tremendous confidence boost.
Yeah,
100%.
So going into week 3, you guys did play a lot better in that second game. So what are your first thoughts on Canadian, and after that, just kind of how this week of practice went?
This week went great, honestly. I feel like it was one of the best weeks we've had in the last month or so. And honestly, it's just going to get better and better as the week and days progress.
And then your thoughts on Canadian?
I don't really have any thoughts on them.
So are you just ready to get out there and play football?
I'm just ready to get out there and play.
All right, well, that was sophomore wide receiver Cameron Campbell. We're going to go to break real quick, and we'll be right back with sophomore lineman Tatum Louie.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Back to school. Now your worries about the kids going over on their data plans are back. Mom and Dad, this is for you. Right now, make the switch to Pioneer's unlimited data plans. Don't let data overages and high cell phone bills be something you stress about this school year. We have a plan for everyone. Let Pioneer handle your worries by stopping at a local office today to learn how you can save. Visit gopioneer.com for details. Some restrictions may apply.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend...
All right, we're back, joined by sophomore lineman and captain Tatum Louie. Tatum, you had another slow start to this game, kind of like the Holdenville game. Just started off real slow. So what do you guys need to do in order to get a better start to the football games?
I think we just need to focus more on communication on defense and offense, because whenever we started to pick it up, I just started I think we were all communicating at once and just being more so of a team.
Yeah. So what changed from the first half to the second half in the Okemah game?
Well, like I just said, just communication overall. But plus, we also just started, I guess, having more heart and just hustle in us, and just that all just showed who all wanted to be there and who didn't. So, on the Canadian game this Friday, what are you seeing on film from Canadian, and what is it going to take to beat them? Anything different than what you've seen from Holdenville, Okemah's, or do they run things differently, offensively, defensively? Oh yeah, I mean, kinda, yeah,
a little bit. So I mean, y'all have seen that same weird offense.
Yeah.
That Holdenville and Canadian, or Holdenville and Okemah run where they stack the box. Does Canadian do anything like that?
Yeah.
They do. Yeah, I haven't watched any film, so I have no idea. What is your message to the team to kind of keep pushing forward and get this figured out and get rid of them slow starts?
Hey, we just need to communicate more. Just stay locked. Just overall, just stay locked in, because I feel like that's literally our problem. Once the lights go on, we're just all scattered, just in our own minds. We're just individuals. Once we become a unit, we're actually good.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it also has a lot to do, I think, with just inexperience and maturity and stuff. So yeah, that was sophomore lineman Tatum Louie. We're going to take another quick break, and we'll be right back with head football coach Caden Boswell.
We've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
All right, we're back, joined by head football coach Caden Boswell. Caden, speaking on the Okemah game, what are some things that you saw that were both good and bad from that game?
We'll start with the good first.
Okay.
The stuff that I saw good was in the second half, our guys flying around making plays and actually somewhat taking in what the coaches were saying. That's one thing we got to work on. Like I was telling Coach Roberts, on the field, we have little spurts of good, then we have a lot of spurts of bad.
And I think that has to kind of play in with your just the immaturity, the
the
youngness of your team.
It is, and we're young. But I like to harp on the good instead of the bad. So the good plays we took, we ran them in practice, and we're going to take those into the Canadian game this week, tomorrow. So good
tomorrow.
And bad, everything, every game, whether you win or lose, you're going to have good and bad.
And the slow starts, we've mentioned with all three of the guys, and it's just kind of killing the momentum of the game. Because especially with Okemah, you match the talent and physicality. It's just the slow starts. They're building such a big lead, and we're getting ourselves down, and then we I don't know if they scored at all in the second half. Did Okima score?
I think they scored once or twice, maybe. If they did, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you defensively, I mean, they did all the assignments second half. I mean, even offensively, I would say they had a lot of good. So like, what are you working on this week, and like letting the guys know in regards to not getting in or getting in the game and not letting the lights get too bright, kind of how Tatum said.
It's hard to replicate that, especially in practice. When you don't have the lights on, you don't have fans in the crowd, you don't have your parents, you don't have family in the crowd. But to go back on the slow starts against Okima, our first drive, I don't really consider it a slow start. Overall, the first quarter was a slow start. But the first drive, we drove down the field. First 4 plays, we were already in red zone in our territory. We just got to fix the play calling on my part. And I fully take responsibility for that. When we get in the red zone, it gets kind of slow.
Right.
But then again, we have to get a push up front. Our receivers have to grab the ball, get upfield. Our running back has to lower their head, lower their shoulder, go forward. But at the end of the day, it takes everything from us coaches, especially me, when calling the plays on offense. So I take the blame for that.
And when you went into halftime, and it just looked like Okima was just going to run away with it. We weren't going to score any points. And like I asked all three of them about what happened at halftime to get that thing switched and outscore your opponent. So, like, what was the message kind of from you that you saw, or even from your team and from you coaches, that that got things turned around?
Heading into halftime, it was rocky.
Yeah.
It was shaky. Were we upset? Yes. But were our players upset? Absolutely. People take frustration differently. Some people are quiet when they're frustrated or upset. Some people are vocal. Going into halftime, coming out of halftime though, especially on the first play we scored on, we got the ball back. We were rolling a little bit, pulled Jacob to the side, quarterback, sat out there, asked him, what do you think about this? Put it in his hands, and what did he do? Made a play. And
yeah, over 130 passing yards, most of it in the second half.
I'm just going to start letting him call the plays.
Tom Brady it?
Tom Brady it,
And I know your starting running back and linebacker, Lane Allen, went down with an injury, and it looked really bad. And it really kind of was. It was what exactly was that injury?
It was bad. On the field, though, to me, I thought it was dislocation of the shoulder. Sat there for a second, had the EMT come over. They took him to the hospital right before, it was before halftime. So right during halftime, going into the third quarter, he was at the hospital, came back after the game. It just turned out to be a severely strained bicep. He'll sit out this game.
Okay.
He wants to play whether,
right.
He's going to sit out whether he likes it or not.
Yeah.
Just to keep him fresh. We got a long season coming up. So, one game not going to hurt him. And he has a long career. He's only a sophomore. So we don't want to hurt him anymore.
Me and Roy, during the game, we thought it was a broken collarbone from the way he was.
Well, from the way he was on the field and he was rolling and,
it is, whatever. I think he mentioned something about it also, like a slight tear or something. And so
it could have been a slight tear. That's what I thought when I felt his shoulder and I thought it was a dislocation. Then I immediately went to, okay, it's not a dislocation. It could be a tear.
Yeah.
Or it could be a strain of a ligament. But all in all, went to the hospital. They said it wasn't anything crazy. We'll see how this game he takes off. We'll see how heading into the weekend and heading into next week how he feels, and depending on if he can play next week.
And then you do get Jatarius Perry back, right?
Yep, we get JT back. Cool. JT's back. He got cleared on, I want to say Tuesday. Came back. He'll be back in the starting lineup.
Cool.
He'll be out there. We're going to really monitor him throughout the game. I know it seems like we're throwing him into the fire, but this kid, you can't keep him off the field.
Right.
But we will be monitoring throughout the game. So any slight thing we see off, anything we see, we're going to take him out just to kind of evaluate him.
So speaking of the game, what are your first thoughts on Canadian?
Great team. That run downhill.
Yeah.
We got to tackle. That's the biggest thing. Got to tackle. They're a good team, well-coached team. They're going to do their job. I told our guys all week, just do our job.
Yeah.
Focus on us. Do our job right, and everything will take care of itself.
So what do you hope to see improved both offensively and defensively, and as a unit, coming together at the very start of games to not let that slow start take effect?
Offensively, what I want to see, or what I hope to see, and it goes back onto how we coach and practice. Like I said, our team's young, and everyone knows it. So what I want to see offensively is everyone working as a unit, everyone going out there running the plays, knowing what they have, right? Our quarterback taking control in the huddle, going out there, our line communicating with each other on who they got, who they don't have, our receivers catching the ball, running the routes, and just running hard altogether, just playing with effort. One thing a coach cannot teach is effort.
Right. Do you have any closing remarks to the fan base, to anyone?
Let's travel well. Let's pack those away stands.
First away game of the season.
Your first road trip.
Is it at 7 p.m.?
7 p.m.
7 p.m. We're going to try and go live. If we go live, it'll be at 6:15. We're going to be there set up. It depends on the service. We have a hotspot, AT&T, so it really all depends if the AT&T service is good.
Oh, I got AT&T hotspot. It should work fine.
All right. Well,
Shout out AT&T.
We're going to try and be live. If we are live, be on there at 6:15 for some pregame action. And then we'll talk some WeWoke football, Canadian football, and then commentate a win on tomorrow.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. All right, well, that was the captain and coaches show for week 3. That was head coach Caden Boswell. So we will see you guys on Monday to recap the Canadian game and talk about the Mounds game.
Mounds.
Friday, yeah.
Yep, but we're focused on this week.
Yep. All right, we'll see you guys later. We appreciate it.
See you.